useful for Ukrainian army as well, because it's really hard to define that it is really a decoy from the long distance or even from satellite. It is much better than to draw the airplanes on the apron with the paint. It's no-go absolutely. At the same time, Ukraine should have the ability to target the Russian military infrastructure, their airfields, with ATAKAMs. Well, Ukraine has already used ATAKAMs to hit the Russian military airfields, but only on occupied Ukrainian territories. For example, Berdansk, where Russia lost many of the helicopters, and the airfields of Crimea. Plus, Ukraine has eliminated many of the Russian air defense systems, quite expensive ones, S-400s, S-300s, and rumors say about S-500, but we don't have the confirmation about that case. By the way, we have some of the good news about the case coming from the United States State Department. They have approved the permission for Ukraine to use ATAKAMs against the Russian military infrastructure on the Russian territory. You may say awesome, but again they limit the range of those systems to be used against the Russian military down to 100 kilometers. Plus, they noticed that this approval works only if Russia tries to expand the front lines, but Russia always tries to expand the front lines. So with this permission we are getting closer to reach the Russian military airfields, but still it's not enough for now. Because, for example, the main Russian airfield of Baltimore, it is located in Voronezh city, which is also the base for the Russian Sukhoi 34 fighters bombers that drop the gliding bombs on Ukrainian facilities. Well, to reach it, Ukraine should cover 185 kilometers. 185, not 100. So almost half of the range is available. Let's check the Staroscol. It is one more big Russian military airfield, and it is located 107 kilometers away from the front lines. 7 kilometers more than needed. So legally, Ukraine is unable to target this one, or even Kursk, because Kursk is also 107 kilometers away from the front lines. It looks like American military bureaucrats just look at the map and say, okay, 100 kilometers is enough. Go ahead. You'll still have no capabilities to target Russian military aircraft. It's kind of the cynic, I would say, because Ukraine has that weaponry. It may fire for a really long range, but for now Ukraine is just legally unable to do it. The hands are just tightened. Well, you may say that there is the Russian military airfield of Belgorod, but Russia moved their airplanes out from that airfield because it's very close to the front line, so Ukraine may target it even with artillery systems. However, still the new permission gives Ukraine the opportunity to target all of the Russian military infrastructure within reach using not just GMLRS missiles but also ATAKAMs. Good news, but at the same time, as I show you, it's not enough to get rid of